Right, morning everybody. So welcome back again to NZ Motor Outlaw Kustoms. Another day in the chilly office. Got the heater going. I just dragged all those diff bits out of the wash that's sitting on here on the bench. I've got a little bit of that solution in this tub that I've just given it a quick rinse out. So I'm just going to give these a bit of a scrub so they've been soaking. So I'm going to give them a bit of a scrub and run these through a few places just to try and clean the crap out, and then we'll give them a rinse and some brake clean. I may need to go get some more. I think I've only got one can left. I actually would love to get a freaking one of the pump up bottles and a 4 gallon or 20 litre container of this shit. I'll have to suss that out at some point because those cans, you just go through it so fucking fast. And then, what are they, $19 a hit or whatever they are over here for the big tall one. They are 700 mils. I'm not sure what the I think the other cans are like 500, slightly shorter can, which is like the normal sort of size of that. Well, it was 380 mils of CRC, which is 265 grams. So you can see how much bigger that can is. So, but you still go through it like freaking. Like Johnny going through like a stick magazine. If you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm going to give this a scrub. Get all this stuff clean. And we should be able to reassemble this thing today and get it half dialed in, and then I'll have to get some paint on the main crown wheel and pinion gear once I get some stuff sort of close to dialed in. Right, we're just cleaning all these bits, getting these all rinsed down with brake cleans, blown through the wall galleries and stuff like that. Righty guys, so I've got all that stuff cleaned up. I'm about to rinse these bolts and bits and pieces. I'll give them all a wash, like a rinse down. Let those other nuts and bits and pieces soak for a while. Next, the crown wheel ones. Hold the old ring gear crown wheel, what do you want to call it? That thing. So yeah. Will do. So we'll get this assembled back together and lubricated, and then we'll go from there, I guess. and get that assembled, get the bearings pressed back on, or pushed back on, or whatever. They weren't, the ones that were on it weren't terribly tight in the end. Like that just about fell off my hand. I'm not quite sure if this is going to be a different video or not. I've got quite a bit of footage yesterday. I'll just, by the time I go through it, this might end up in that same video, if you know what I mean. The disassembly and reassembly. So yeah, those bearings didn't take a lot of pushing off. So hopefully these ones won't, the new ones won't take a lot of pushing on. So we'll get that together, and then we can, we'll get the other, where's the carrier? What did I do with the carrier last night? That might be in here too, is it? Oh no, I've already got that cleaned up, haven't I? Where's that sitting? Oh, it's in here. Yeah, so we'll get the carrier back together with the pinion in it. Because that's really, because that's a set thing, it can't really move within, once you've got the gears on there, or the bearings on there, and it's in the carrier, it can't move. It's just the adjustment in and out. Like that locks the bearing in there. This piece here locks the bearing in there, like holds the pressure. But yeah, it's just this piece sets the depth for the gear, and then obviously you put your little lock tab in so none of that shit can move. So yeah, and then it's just a matter of sitting this bit back in there and get the mesh right. So I will find some oil to put this back together with just a bit of lubrication, and yeah, we'll start piecing it back together. Right, I got some tie wire. Hopefully it'll do the job okay. It's just utility tie wire, 18 gauge, galvanised, but it should be fine. Hope. It's about all I can find today, because there's not many places open, because it's apparently a new public holiday here in New Zealand. Like, we needed another one, but anyway, the government decided we did, apparently. once, and then I'll finish winding them all down. So yeah, I just sort of checked the time and whatever, and realised I hadn't turned the camera on. But yeah, we'll just about got it down, and then we'll wire them all together when we've got them all nipped up, torqued up, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, we'll wire them in twos, and then yeah, we'll move on to the pinion gear, I guess. That'll be next. Get that sorted, and then I guess we can load her in the housing. No reason why not. Hopefully by the end of the day we'll have a complete diff, and yeah, we'll just have to work out the mesh. When I get home, I'll try to remember to frickin' go through that PDF. Because I know there's some shit in it from on this setting the dip up, so I'll go through it and just see if I can work it out. I wish I had some more printer ink. I just haven't got any at the moment, because I'd print some of it out, but it's right. We'll get her. Alrighty guys, I'll just put you up here for a minute. So, don't bite that. I had a quick look at the PDFs. There's not actually a lot of information there, but there's the basic information on what nut adjust what and whatever, and obviously what pattern to look for when you set the gears up with either that yellowy paint or blue or whatever. When we do then the initial setup and getting everything sitting right. So that's cool, all that information's there. I'll just have to, if I want any reference, I'll just screen share it to the TV so I can read it a bit easier than squinting on the phone, if you know what I mean. So I'll get these all nipped up, get all the wires tied through them, and then we'll get the pinion stuff sorted. Hopefully, I'm hoping to get it assembled, but not necessarily set up today, if you know what I mean. So we'll just see how that all goes. I guess the next thing to do is to bearing on here, bearing in there, bearing in there, and then, yeah, and then assemble the back part. I'm just going to mirror that freaking PDF TV and I'll just quickly just be looky. Righty guys, so at the moment I'm kind of at a standstill until I get the I'm going to call it the seal made for here. So I need to do that now, pretty much. I've cleaned this up, and the reason I need that is because I've obviously got to put that in there and come up against the thing for a seal. And this here is the preloaded nut on here. That forces down there, and obviously when you get the nut in the back of the here on here, then you turn this to wherever it needs to be to get your preload right, and then yeah, put a washer in here on one of these, you know, wherever you need to be, and then put your bolt through and tighten it up. So yeah, you can basically put this on, nip it up so it's tight, obviously have your key in, and then you just set your preload. But I need to make the felt seals for in there. So basically I need to make it the diameter of that and a touch smaller, so it's a sneaky fit, a reasonably sneaky fit, and slips inside here, and we need two of them to pack it up. That's what was in there last time, was two. So like, the only other thing I could do is if you could happen to find a modern seal that would fit in here and slip over that, you know, you could put that in there, and maybe if that would still fit in there, then you could, you know, you could sandwich it in there and you'd have a nice seal. But you know, I think the old felt seal will work fine, you know. But yeah, we just got to just make it. So we'll do that. See if we can get that cut before we get out of here. I've got a sneaking suspicion Dad's freaking cutters at home too. So I'll just see if at least I can get it marked out, and I'll maybe just cut it by hand. We'll see. Right. So got the seal made in this piece, right in that bit. And I end up having, I cut it pretty close. Had to try to do a little bit of trimming. I actually used a disc sander on that belt just to take it down a little bit on the outside, so it would just slip in this case without distorting. And then what was a bit fat on the inside, I ended up using these things just to take it down slowly. And then once I could actually get this one here, so this is one a bit loose on here, but once I could get it through there, it's fairly snug. You know, I could get it spinning and then sort of get it through, and it would almost be stalling and then pop out the other side. I pretty much stopped there, and I just, it was pretty tight, but I've got all the bits in there. I've got the lock in there, whatever. And I just set it on the press, and I just set a couple of things on each side of this and just slowly pushed it down enough, because I could get it on there, but I couldn't quite get the thread exposed. And then just gently, so I pushed that piece, that seal, that the adjuster nut for the preload, but also runs on the seal. I just got it so it pushed in through, and obviously had this wound in, so that can't come in. It's got the retainer, like this back piece here. This piece here is a retainer. If you can see that, yeah, that piece is a retainer, and then the seal's sitting there, and then that pushes against that, and this pushes against the outer bearing shell it comes up against that, and then as you screw that in, it tightens that seal up if needed. So I'm just going to give this nut a clean, and then we can put that on there, and we can get that reasonably set up, ready to put back in the diff housing, and then we can start loading the main carrier, I guess you would call it, for the centre part of it, back in the diff once we've got this screwed in there a reasonable depth, and you know, I'll screw it in so we've got a bit of a gap out here. You can see why I screwed it into before, but didn't have it all the way in for painting, just to etch this stuff so I didn't end up with a lot of painting threads and stuff. So I'll screw it into a bit past there ish, and we'll see how we go for whatever, and then I'll get some on the way home. I'm going to call past mum and dad's, and dad says he's got some what you'd call, I guess you would call it marking dye to put on the gears in a small patch. You know, cover about I don't know, probably 4 or 5 teeth, 6 teeth on the drive edge, the crown wheel, I think it is. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I would have been done by then. Yeah, on the drive edge of the crown wheel, I think it is. And then once we've got everything, we sort of feel happy, do that, set that die up, and then we can run it around a couple of times and just see whether this is too far in, too far out, too high, whatever, if you know what I mean. And then we can adjust this and probably the side-to-side preload on the centre section until we get it to mesh properly and get a nice clean. Basically, we want a nice clean mark, full frickin', you know what I mean, full contact, even contact. You know, not too far one way, not too far back or too far out or whatever. You know what I mean. So I'll clean this nut up. Right. So, okay, we haven't got any further. I can't get that nut to wind on. Just looks like the end of this thread on this one is just a little bird, and it just won't lead. So I'll shoot round to Dad's, and I'll take the nut and obviously the pinion with me, and we'll find a die that fits that, and then in the morning we'll clean that up and go from there. So we can obviously do that up, and then we can get the preload reasonably set, and we'll go from there. So that'll be the next thing. We'll have to wind that into here, and then drop all this in here, get that set properly. So yeah, that'll be next. Alrighty. Right, morning guys. So I'm back at Dad's. I come down here last night and was hunting through bits and pieces trying to find a die nut that would fit on the end of that pinion shaft. And I couldn't find anything. He's got a few around the size, but not the right thread. So I'll just turn the camera around home. So yeah, what we found, because it's U and F, so that's 3/4 and that's 7/8, but he hasn't got anything in between. So yeah, and it's one of the ones in between. I think it would be like I was trying to think, what was it? I think it works. I did a quick measure with the verniers. It was about 22 mil on the outside of the thread, if you know what I mean. Let's turn this on. So it was about, I'm not sure what the conversion is, I think. So we're looking at 0.86-ish of a inch, which I think is it 13/16, I think, because you get 15/16, which is just before inch. I think 7/8 in between. So I think I might be missing something else too, but I'm just trying to remember. I think it would be 13/16, the thread. God. Doesn't matter anyway. I was actually just going to look at my scanners, but so we get, can't get Dad's jaws fucking closed properly. Just one top one, jamming on something over here. Now it's alright. So, what's what worth? Oh God. So inch. Trying to think. Yeah, I think it might be 13/16. I think is what the thread would be. Just trying to think, you know, what the steps are. I'm fairly familiar with the smaller sizes in an Imperial standard, but yeah, I think, well, that's smaller. What, the 15/16? No. What's in between that and half inch? Oh, yeah, no, sorry, yeah. Yeah, it would be, yeah, because I was thinking it was bigger. No, it's smaller. So yeah, it would be 13/16 or something like that, and I just don't have the die nut. So the only other option is Dad's got this thread pile. It's the only one that Dad's got, so I'm going to take that and see if I can clean up the end of the thread. Enough to get the nut wind on and on, off and on. Yeah, so I can get this thing together. And yeah, I'll just give you another shot of the front of the 37 Nash there. Which one day, shortly-ish, at some point, when I get some frickin' crap sorted, we'll get that out of here. So, I'll head back to the, we'll head to workshop, and see if we can chase a thread and see if we can get that frickin' piece together. And then probably later on in the day, I'm going to do some work on that. Right, let's see if we can find the thread. So obviously got the proper one in there, but this is the same thing. So I'm going to figure out what thread this is. 249. It's none of those. Oh yeah, not down the winner there. Definitely too far. Of course. So that one. So it is Mr. number 14. I'll have to take that back off again. Jeez, the three of us to push it out. Must be just grabbing on the line or something. Let's see, it's this kitchen. Ah, right, what? Yeah. because the spline's not in the right place. Dork. Right. So there. For Memento. So almost like this has been beaten on, and this is swelled. I'm trying to get it out originally when they got it, pulled it apart originally. Right, so I just went around and seen the engineers. They're going to recut the thread and sort of freshen up out to suit it. Just in case they have to make it slightly smaller. It's pretty. They put it in a 3-jaw lathe and they try to true it up and everything like that. He's going to put it in a 4-jaw and get it really trued up because it's quite, the end of that thread's quite screwed up. It's been swelled 15 thou when it's out of true, so they're going to try and repair it and get it good, so it won't fail. But that'll be, it won't be until early next week. So yeah, we'll just have to go with that. Not much else I can do. It's not usable the way it is, so unfortunately we can't use the other gear sets. You can't mix match shit, so. Well, you could, but it's not ideal. The second gear set that we will make up at some point will be a mixed match set, just as a spare, just in case something happens. But that's not ideal. But we might do that and build up another set, depending on what those bearings cost. We might just, if he does happen to do the Paris peaking, it might be just as easy to build another whole head with a mismatched set of gears just as a spare and just get it meshed up and maybe throw it in there and run it for a while just to see how it works. Right, we might call it a day here pretty much. I think I'm just going to have a clean up, tidy up, sort a bit of gear out and then start fresh Monday. I'm going to try and go around and do a wee bit of work on the Ford a wee bit later on. I'll make a wee separate video on that, just to see how that goes. But yeah, again, thanks for watching. I think this might be the end of this video, or I might make it the end of this video. We'll see where it plans out. But thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please comment. I'd be really, really grateful if you would. If you don't normally read your comment, please, just something. I don't care, thumbs up. Hi, how's it going? Nice work, whatever. Just something short, simple, and sweet. Would just be greatly appreciated to push my channel to make it grow a wee bit quicker. The thumbs up, the comments, and the views, like the longer you can watch a video, it just all helps, makes it grow. We're growing slowly, and we are over that 1,000. We're above. I think we're 1,040 now, so we're climbing. Slowly but surely we're climbing. Absolutely appreciated. But yeah, it'd be nice if we can get that stuff going so I can finally get that full monetization thing going, and I can put the first lot of money I'll get back from YouTube. It might take a wee while, but I'm going to put that into gear, filming gear, camera gear, tripods, lab mic sort of thing. So when I walk away from the camera, I've been trying to do it for ages, but just haven't freaking managed to get things sorted that way. You know, just everybody's really battling and struggling with the with all this sort of crap, you know, the financial sort of thing around the world. You know, fucking everything's 3 times the price as it freaking was back before 2020. It's crazy, but yeah, we'll get there. So yeah, the subscribe and the thumbs up and the comments don't cost you anything. Share my videos, throw it on your Facebook feed or post or whatever. You know, just share the videos so it gets out to a few more people, drag a few more people in. It'd be greatly appreciated if you can. Awesome. Thanks guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.
Hold the fucking camera still, will you? Hold it still. Well, welcome back to NZ Marko Outlaw Kustoms, where we get all crazy and Irish today, or Scottish, or whatever fucking accent I'm trying to make. So I thought, I'm having a wee clean up here. I did the other video there a wee while ago, cleaning up, putting some tools away. Banged a few more nails in the wall so I could hang a bit more shit up so it's not fucking somewhere to put it. And I thought, well, I cleaned up this water neck the other day and I thought, I haven't really got a gasket for that, have I? I might make one for a few more minutes. So I quickly went it on the belt sander just to make sure it's true and flat. Well, it's true and flat as the bed of the belt sander is, with it just a wee run across there, and I was like, that's pretty good. It just touched it quite nicely. I think that'll be flat enough. I think so. So anyway, to start this video, we'll make a gasket. Just quickly. Shush. So we've got a bit of this gasket paper here, which I think will work nicely. I could make it out of this thicker stuff, but I don't think it might be just overkill. That might be just a little bit overkill. Don't really need to be that thick. Or I could make it out of some cork, but I think that paper will do. So, I think we'll just lay this over here, because this is some bits I was going to make for gauges, which I haven't got around to doing yet. When we get that stuff back, that's something else to make. Alright, we'll just sit this on here, we'll give it a wee rub with your finger, so I can sort of kind of see what's going on. And then I'll get the hammer. We'll get a hammer. We'll get a couple of hammers. And we'll just knock this one out, alright? And we'll make a little gasket. We'll make a little gasket. This was something to do for a few minutes before we bugger off before the end of the day. Well, before we fix something else. Quick little gasket. We might better attach that to the motor before we paint it. Find a couple of bolts to fit in the hole, if they're available and handy. I better get rid of that bit. Don't need that now. Now we'll go around here and make this bit. Good little 5-minute job. Don't rack the gasket, just head it on the edge, not in the middle. Since I can't make me diff work, or me gauges work, or me fucking clutch work, or can't paint me motor, I'm sick of waiting on shit. Can't put me wheels on, can't do the brakes. It's fucking tough. Well, at least I can make a gasket to start, I suppose. Make a gasket and put a bit of glue on it and be done with it. Find a couple of bits. I can flick a little bit of extra on this too, and we'll be done with it. Then it can be painted when I get the paint. Alright, that's a good plan. Should have the manifold back in the next couple of days too. Fire out, man. Right, we got that done. Let's see if we can find the who's me wants it to put some bolts in. I don't think there's any thermostat in this whole thing. That's probably why the holes are so fucking small. But apparently this fits up here somewhere. Like that. Let's see if we can find some bolts to fit in the hole. Well, let's find out what thread they are. I don't know. This is one out of here. Yeah, it's too big, I think. Yep. Size are we? A 5/16 maybe? A few bolts from some of the stuff that's been sitting over in that bench for a while. I don't think it might be too fine. I think it might be course through. Yeah, so the course of that short 5/16 course. So it might just have too fine. Oh, we might want to win it. So, that might be right. A little longer than that might be better though. Something touch longer than that. A touch. Just a touch. What can we find? What can we find in here? That's kind of what we want. Something like that. That's a little bit longer. A little bit longer with the, not a lot longer, but just a touch longer, or maybe slightly longer than that again. We'll put them little lock washers on there. Might be alright. Bit of clean up. A couple new lock washers. See what you can find, eh? See what you can find. Really? See what I can find. For lock washers, we'll clean the crap off that thread. Come on, focus. Clean the crap off there, and we should be good. Should be good. Spare parts department might go check this out. Alright, I'm going to clean these up and we'll give that a wee spritzer etch, and then we'll bolt her up. Alright, so give that a quick spritz of paint and dry it quickly into the front of the heater. Throw a couple of bolts, a couple of wee spring washers, and we'll bolt it down. At least then when we oh, no, those things in there look that bad, but it might be a little bit dicky. We'll do that. Yeah. Right. Digging out a box of tricks. Alright, 5/16 course. There, that one. Snag midgets. probably sorted now. We should solve that problem. We should solve that problem. That's better. That's better. Actually good. Ready for a coat of jam. When we get the jam. Blood gets me through this stuff. Blood gets me through. For the sparkulators. Sparkulators. They're watching Voice Grip Garage.
Well, apparently, when you're sandblasting something and you want to give it a bit of a shake to knock the crap down in the bottom so it sucks the tube up, don't shake it too hard. I'll clean it up tomorrow, on Monday. Oh, it's just, I thought I would clean up. So I gave the spark plugs a bit of a clean up the other day, and I thought I'd just get them because I knew that the gaps weren't all over the bloody place. I don't know, apparently these are meant to be new old stock. Not 100% sure on that, it's hard to tell because they sat out in the weather for a while. But they actually, the ends of them actually look like they're in pretty good nick. You know, like they don't look like they've done any work within reason, if you know what I mean. They actually look like they're in quite good order. Like the electrodes aren't worn and funny shit like that. So they could be new old stock, but just because they sat around with a wee bit of water and around them and shit like that, and in their open shed for a while, maybe it was just enough to weather them a bit. I don't know. They look all right, but it's just funny. Like I don't know, like too, you know, with some of that old stuff, how it was made. Like I don't know how much of, you know, whatever. So apparently it's meant to be new old stock, these plugs, but it's hard to tell now that I've used them because I wasn't sure whether they were new or not. But they'll clean up alright and they'll look fine. You know, and hopefully they still work okay. We'll find out when we fire this old girl up, you know, in a few weeks, couple of weeks hopefully, couple of 3 weeks. You know, if we can get that in there, get the clutch on, get the motor box and get some freaking oil on it, we can start her up. You know, it's just the only thing we really got to do is get the carburetor back together. Oh, and yeah, maybe not. We'll see, because we're going to have to rebuild the, I started rebuilding the distributor, and I've got this other one here, but we did talk about making it electronic and get rid of the points. So this is another one, and I had it soaking there for ages, but I might try and, I might actually strip that one down Monday, see if I can get it apart, because yeah, I found that one quite a while ago, upstairs I think. Here's the other one before I bugger off. I'm about to go, because I just turned the heater and shit off. So, where am I? Because this is the other one. Because I've got caps there. I've got a couple of caps. I'll grab one of these caps anyway. So this is the one I found down here in bits. It was in a mass of pieces. And I sort of pieced it together. But it was never complete, if you know what I mean. Whereas this one here is more complete. So, because as you can see, there's quite a bit missing off this. Like it's had none of this crap, no drive. So we might better see if I can maybe clean this up Monday and just see how we get on. But yeah, we had talked about making it electronic, maybe, you know, retrofit something from the 70s, you know, like a 6-cylinder, like the Chrysler Valiants and stuff like that had an electronic ignition. Maybe retrofit, or maybe get something modern in it to give it a good spark, you know, to help burn the fuel. You know, with being low compression, and just, you know, try and give it a bit more, I guess, reliability. Points are pretty reliable-ish, if you know what I mean, but, you know, modern electronic ignition would be really handy. But yeah, we'll see how we get on. So yeah, I might, because I've obviously got a couple of days yet before I can get some of these bits back, so we might dive into that Monday. Right, we'll carry on. See you then.
Welcome to Iron Outlaws. Stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss this.